This is our message to the plague pastor and his fellow conspirator, the plague princess. You both have terrorized Aylmer and countless other communities without moral repercussions for the very last time. To the plague princess, the fact that you are continuously choosing to jeopardize the well-being of all others in your pathetic attempt to rise above your insignificance proves you are void of humanity. Since you are nothing more than a meaningless pawn, our time is too valuable to further waste it upon you at this stage. But be aware your crimes have not been forgotten nor overlooked. To the plague pastor, we grievously watch your sideshow sermons every week. As the necrotic rantings spew from your lips, it has become apparent that your blasphemy has very little to do with God but everything to do with you, your ambition and your greed. You have stated on multiple occasions that Aylmer belongs to you. This is not so. It has always and always will belong to its citizens. We have been silently watching you for decades as you commit your immoral crimes. After witnessing your countless abuses under the guise of your supposed rights and freedom, all while abusing the very essence of God, we refuse to remain silent any longer. You misuse your position as a false apostle to oppress and degrade your fellow man. You keep talking about tyranny, but you are the only tyrant Aylmer has. Your hatred and evil has tainted much of our community, but we will cleanse ourselves after the tyranny has ended. It won't be long now. The end has already begun. Your actions are the opposite of what Christ taught us about. You are as far as it is humanly possible to be from a man of faith and a Christian. All of these crimes are for the benefit of your personal gain, as well as your never-ending obsession with power. Your lack of character has infected not only your spineless assenters but also your sycophant snake of a son. Your insipid attempts to intimidate our community has been noted, as well as how you cower behind your door when it is merely knocked upon. For someone who claims they are not intimidated, you sure play the part of a scared and weak child very well. You also claim that your ticket is dynamite. It is not. We are quite eager to educate you on the difference. We are also more than willing to touch Toronto. Your threats are nothing to us. You are a mere annoyance, but have become a danger to us with your disease of mind and soul, similar to that of a mosquito with malaria. As the self-proclaimed apple of God's eye, your corruption of the naive souls proves you work for the beast, and only the beast. Christ would weep that his sacrifice is being tarnished and soiled by an agent of evil. Your blatant hypocrisy is apparent to all who see. You claim that masks are evil, yet you profit from the manufacturing and sale of them. You claim it is abuse for a child to wear a mask, yet you demand your followers physically abuse their own innocent children or they will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Your pride blinds you to the reality of your situation. We are many. We are everywhere. We are closer to you than you could possibly imagine. You are not the only one who can pretend to be someone you are not. We thank all of those whom are marking themselves with their anti-lockdown signs, like some kind of modern-day version of the plague cross. You, the plague pastor, and your treasonous associates keep calling for war. Be aware, you are already surrounded. This war you keep threatening everyone with has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with your never-ending quest for power. Your sad attempt to manipulate the lessons from history has shown that you have learned nothing from the evils of the past, but rather how to use them to further your own wicked agenda. You claim to be a pastor, a man speaking to and for God. The undeniable truth is you are nothing more than a parasite on this country, this world, and Christ himself. You willfully poison the words of Christ to gain more blind followers. One of your Sunday ranting expressed how officers were shaking and afraid. What drivel! Have you become so lost in your own lies that reality no longer exists? For the fearless leader you attempt to portray yourself as, you gladly trembled behind your door. It was not until your vacuous bootlickers arrived to provide you unnecessary shielding that you choose to slink out of the protection of your home. Only when surrounded by your bodyguards or within the safety of a building does your cockiness emerge. This is the sign of true cowardice. Your selfish and evil behavior has tainted the nature of what a true preacher is. Must we remind you of the fact that you slithered into our country? While here you have offered Canada nothing but disrespect for our laws, our institutions and our people. We will no longer allow you or your co-conspirators to abuse the innocent for your unjust cause. Your never-ending screams about civil liberties and rights only seems to apply to you. You and your zealots have been guilty for openly attacking members of legitimate minority communities. Your followers have the audacity to criticize the raising of the pride flag and continuously attack the gay community. They will hurt the children they claim, even while their children are suffering from the physical, emotional and spiritual abuse they heap upon them. Your revolting offspring has openly promoted racism, all while claiming persecution of course. There is absolutely no need to wonder where he learned to be such a hypocritical and ungodly person, now is there? We encourage the plague pastor and his vacuous followers to laugh deeply and fully, for the day of your judgment draws closer. Upon that day we shall smile long after your laughter has faded into oblivion. Be aware, plague pastor. This is just the beginning. We have made it our mission to excommunicate you from the peaceful community of Aylmer. We are one. We are all. We are always watching.